Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? I'm Alessandro, so I'm Wolvie. Jonas Lon? A peculiar name. 1 second, let's get you guys up here so I can highlight you. Oops, that's not that. This is that. Ah, that's a ducky. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys say about all the things in game today? I should join IQ as well. Right. This team should be fine. And Fireham's gone now. I'll be switching to same aesthetic. I don't know about that though, because Nick Fury is still in there. Tiger is still in there. Fam is still in there. It's definitely a very stupid thing that it. The last stream will remain in the loop for 2 days. Why did the Hop Hype die? Well, it's to do with the final Cosmic Champion. Because everybody was effectively in the community expecting it to be Hulkling or CGR. After Tiger and Fam being revealed, which are, you know, just about the best champions of their respective classes, or let's say top 3 champions of their respective classes that are not out as 7 stars. So everybody and their mother expected for Kabam to announce that Hulkling or CGR will be released as 7 star. But nope, out of completely nowhere, it is Dark Phoenix. You know, something that literally nobody expected, wanted, hyped for, or whatever. So there you go. That's one big thing. Second big thing is that Cosmic Champion, the Phoenix, is not even in the crystals. Only way you can acquire that champion is as the final milestone if you whale out completely. To top it all off, that Dark Phoenix looks like a fairly mid champion offensively at best, but an insanely good defender. Like a borderline must-have. Oh yeah, we already knew that the daily super experiment. At least I did. And yeah, and the fact that Dark Phoenix is only available effectively if you're gonna whale out like 36k or something like that in units. Come on then. There you go. So someone top 10 I don't really know how to feel about the Alliance War change either. Like it might have a nice break for all planets, but I wish they would have made it an off-season. Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. Initially I was very much so against the Alliance War changes. You want me to spoil the movie for it? No need, I'll spoil it for myself. Initially I was very much so against the, and hey, what's upset, the Alliance War changes, and I still think they are introducing it in a stupid way. I think just about all the alliances who play Alliance War seriously, like mine included, you know, we are in a Masters level alliance, We do take war seriously. I don't think that's a great change for most part. At the very least, it's unwanted. It feels unnecessary at the bare minimum, and it feels bad because now again there's going to be an entirely new thing that we have to learn and deal with. But it seems also very, very simple and straightforward, so it will depend on execution, I suppose. When you plays with someone who's in top level and just feels honest. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I feel. I feel like more players could play Alliance War. I have 20k units, think it will be worth it to invest it in the Hoff event. We need to see the Hoff event. But I really don't know if... Yeah. I don't know. Well, this Phoenix is not going to be a trophy champion, in the sense that this Phoenix is going to be present every day in the rest of your MCOC life. There's no better way to put it for me. Because she is going to be a tough defender, but not that many counters by the looks of it. So, that by default, kind of. Kind of means that if you play Battlegrounds, for instance, you're gonna have to consistently either ban her or learn to deal with her. I'm not gonna fight the boss because everybody I use is debuff heavy champ, so can, however, right back at it, flags the special. Okay, this is not for me at the moment either. Okay, so the question is how good the regular Phoenix will be. It's very hard to tell about regular Phoenix. I'm not gonna lie. There are glimmers that make me think he might be good. But I think if I'm Crash or somebody explained it, like, new Phoenix is gonna be more offensive champion with very little in terms of defense. The damage looked weird. I couldn't tell if it's good or shit. The fact that they showcase her repeatedly against Zola leads me to believe that she's probably going to be like a Zola counter, which is good. If you can invest only one event, would you do it for the 4th of July, hard fire, or split? I'd think very long and hard about it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know without seeing those events. If you're basing it on last year, I think last year's July 4th was okay, but hard. I don't know. I really don't. At the very least, you can do that, Flux. Yeah, I mean I can do it, but I'm sure somebody else will grab it. Most of the time I don't do those shared fights anyways, because I typically am asleep at this time. So I'm sure somebody will grab it, and I'll do the bosses or something. Level 63 is such a game changer. Yeah, I can't wait to get that, man. I'm still short. But to be fair, I don't have many tier 6 basic. Would Fan Fan need the dupe for rank 4? I mean, you'd probably want to, if you rank 4 champion, but Fam is usable and duped. I need to put MD back on probably. I had 60 2 days ago. I still didn't. I must have missed some XP somewhere. Literally since I should come, it's not happening. What time is it for me? Really late. 2. It'll be 2 AM. That Phoenix I do think is gonna be an absolute bullshit though. But yeah, so the thing with regular Phoenix is kind of offensively geared. I don't know if he's gonna be good though. I do think that Dark Phoenix is gonna be a bitch on defense. Yeah, that probably are immune, no flame immune Mystic Champions coming. I do agree with that. At the moment, like the only, like we have Iceman being no flame. Is there anybody else? Well, to be fair, Human Torch is kind of get kept out of the game at the moment, anyways. Again, Yelen seems more like a defender, which is getting me worried. Not super sure on that one, but we'll see. Cyclops does look nice. Look forward to Cyclops. Look forward to Cyclopsing. Cyclops also going to be the next Titan Crystal, which is quite good. Dark Phoenix looks like she's going to be instant ban on defense, yes. I'm not happy with Dark Phoenix coming. Top prestige and a great defender, which means I'll have to run her out just for... Yeah, the same thing that I'm thinking. I'll probably end up trying... Well, unless they need more units than I have, which is why I'm running green now still. Because if I'm going to do the event, I sure shit will want the final milestone. And last year it was 36.9k units, and I still don't have that many. And I don't have the cash to buy any offers anyways. So let's hope I get enough units. I was gonna launch Sensor Human Torch when many Mystic Academy no flame. Probably. Why are the W rewards so ass and gold 3 rewards are not worth the work? To be fair, like, and I'm not trying to be mean here. You really put in much work in gold 3. You just kind of probably have like a designated path. You look at a couple of champions and you do the fight. Like, again, I'm not trying to be mean. I have never once played a W that low. But even when I played like in, you know, mid-plat level alliance for like a bit, AW is always an afterthought. You never put in much work. Like, you know what I mean? You treated AW as in like, okay, you're gonna see what fights you need to do, and you kind of like bring in who you think might work for the most part, and no? And again, this is me genuinely not knowing, not trying to be mean. Do you guys have like active planners? Because let's take the rewards that you know gold 3 gets you, for instance, and let's look at the Radiant Star. Okay, I'm not trying to be dismissive, I mean. So, gold 3. That is low as fuck, by the way. Pardon my French, but... Oh. I don't know if you get like plat 2, which again, for a team that is trying in war, plat 2, 3 should not be that hard. Again, like 100k radiance. 100k radiance would translate to... I'm gonna go to the radiance. Well, to be fair, Sith Supreme, you might actually enjoy the next Alliance War season. It's effectively one fight for war, and it's like a raid-esque type of situation. So we're gonna take a look at the Radiant Star. But even like 20k, but because yeah, like I wouldn't look at it as, again, without trying to be mean. In my imagination, the way I see a Gold 3 Alliance function these days is similar to each player doing a lane of side quests for the most part. To be fair, a lot of people do not play QW, and exactly that's where I'm coming from. Like, people in like gold 3 now are talking about rewards not being worth it, but when you're not putting any actual effort, thought and brain behind it, what do you expect? Finishing in gold 3 would still get you a rank 3. which is fucking massive, I think. Like, if you look at the Radiant Star, like, finishing in gold 3 would get you a rank 3 7-star. Which I think is just about better reward than you can expect from any side event or anywhere in the game. That would be fucking massive. And finishing gold 3, that's like 20k. You get you 16 tier 3 alpha, 16 tier 6 basics, or like 3 tier 4 alpha catalysts. Or it would get you, let's say, I don't know, dozens of tier 6s. I think that's an insane amount of reward for, you know, effectively half-assing something every couple of days for like 15-20 minutes. Oh, exactly, that's the point. I don't think gold 3 puts in any effort at all. I think if you put in effort, you can make platinum easily. So no, I personally don't think that a team that puts no effort in a game mode should net insane amounts of rewards there, right? I mean, if I'm wrong, and you are in gold 3, and you are, you know, stressing over every one of your fights in Alliance War, and, you know, if Alliance War death ruins your day, if you do have active planners in your team and you still make it gold 3, and then I'd agree that that'd be a shit amount of rewards. I don't think that's the case. I'm just looking for horrible, the fun and effort, and NW seems like it's gonna be good. Again, the changes. Again, when I released my first video, well, I recorded the first video that was significantly more harsh on the changes than the second one. It doesn't look good to me. AW changed. That is because I am invested in Alliance War. I think the changes are good for gold 3 alliances because I think they are more likely to take it seriously. I think the changes are good for teams that barely play Alliance War. I think the Alliance War is going to be significantly less tactical now because it's only going to be one fight that you need to counter. By definition, there's going to be less tactic and strategy in it. Because there's going to be less ways to try and trip up your opponent, and there's going to be less offensive strategies and stuff like that. So ultimately, here's what I think. The change to Alliance War were out of the blue, and I don't think they were necessarily needed. Change to Alliance War for players who already take down Alliance War. So basically, here's what I stand. If you care about Alliance War right now, it's not a good thing, I think. I'm willing to give it a try, as I said in my video, because, you know, raids ultimately worked. And, you know, we kind of look forward to raids. I do think circumstances were different, and I think that's what Obama's making the big mistake. Everybody was dead and tired of AQ because it was boring and repetitive, and we wanted to get it done and dusted and over with. With Alliance War, that's not the case. Because the top alliances love Alliance War. Many people play this game because of Alliance War, or with Alliance War as one of their main focus. And if you're screwing with that, you're screwing with a particular contingent of players. Unlike Alliance Quest. You know, nobody really gave a shit about Alliance Quest. So I do think this is ill-advised test. I think if they wanted to do, they could have, as I said in the video, extended the off-season to 3 weeks, made this a 1-week thing as a test run, or something. I can confirm I'm chilling in the Gold 3 Alliance and most of the members aren't even Paragon. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what the fuck do you expect in terms of rewards? I don't really want to hear the arguments about Gold 3 rewards. I like it. I do defense and plat 2-3, but change seemed great to me. And that's where I expect it to be. I think if you're plat 1 Masters Alliance, you're probably not gonna like it. I think if you are a more casual player, this change might be good for you. But again, the big issue here is that there are many people and plenty of alliances who love Alliance War. What are the rewards for plat 2? 100,000 radiance. Also got some of those radiance numbers for you, but I'm just all sorts of fucked right now, but I'll get it to you. Yeah, well, anytime tomorrow or day after will be fine. Monday I'll be fairly busy, but yeah, whenever you get a chance, Lord Jackface. Whenever you get a chance. Now, obviously, those radiance numbers are even more significant with radiance coming to a W and a Q and raids and stuff. I mean, I'm gonna be getting 300k for raids. Can I get 10 word summary of the live stream? It was a fucking shit show. Okay, Valiant EQ. Dark Phoenix. Pissed Off. Insane Defender, Dark Phoenix. What else there? New EQ type coming soon. New side quest type, something like that. Magic buff in 2025. Oh, buff, you say buff, I say nerf, but you know, rework and releases and stuff. What I'm doing with the minions, I'll see. Not gonna lie, I do think, like, if you want to play competitive Battlegrounds, you kind of have to spend on this event. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do with your units, right? If you care about competitive Battlegrounds, what Kabam is set to do here is they are more than likely about to release one of the top Battlegrounds defenders. Or at the very least, very significant defender. You know, maybe not quite Serpent, but let's say Zolo or some shit like that. So, you do want that, and that's going to be a massive disadvantage if you do not get that. Right? So that's one thing. Another thing is, Nick Fury, Fam, and Tiger are also 3 champions that are more than likely to be incredibly significant in Battlegrounds. So, from where I'm looking at it is, even if... And the last point is that the entire thing about Red and Dead's Deadpool shed and many of the decisions that I have made since was kind of based around the idea that I would be going for those champions. So, even though it feels significantly more shit than it did yesterday, even though Kabam pissed me off, even though I don't feel like they're leaving much of a choice for competitive players. July 4 is going to be more run for the Realsensei 2024 selected. Yes. But there will be no Tigers, no Nicks, no Fams. And I can guarantee you that in every 4 out of 5 seasons, all 3 of those champions are going to be present in everybody's decks. Do you not think so? You're lost? I'm trying to. There are several of you talking. Can't read all the lasts. If you want to absolutely make sure that I read somebody's last, wink wink, you can always hit those good buttons and good links. Alright. I am genuinely trying to do my best to read all your messages, and that is not the type of streamer that I am. That, you know. But sometimes there's only that many questions I can read while giving half thoughtful answers. Especially if you're asking complex questions. Going for Dark Phoenix? Yes. If I can. If I can. As in, like, if I have enough units for it. Because I do not have more cash to spend. Dark Phoenix is gonna regen back to max happy. Can do so, yes. Can you show me your 5 stars? I mean, I can. And it's up to you. Where are the 5 stars? Here are the 5 stars. It's a Omega Days was 36.9k units, so I'm still like 3k units short. So these are my 5 stars. There you go. I should rank up some of those fuckers. 30k, don't feel like grinding BGs. Is it even gonna be worth it? What do you mean? Explain yourself. It kind of does feel like this is one of those events, like when... That's the best way to put it. I'm gonna explain to you why this event feels more important than majority of the other events. With rank up materials, throughout the history of this game, for most part, they always depreciate, and whilst you can never really catch up, your...
Shut up and take my money!
R6 Agent Scorpion Parker Krat $200. Out of respect for JJ, I will keep this below the record total. But this is part 1. Happy wedding day, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much so. Out of respect for JJ. Unhappy wedding day. Appreciate that, man. That is very, very generous. Well, let's get chopped that. We need to add it here as well. Or 6 then. Look at that, we're getting a wee bit closer. Bit close. What's the record total? Record total was like 700. It was like for a birthday collection of mine. I think it was 700. 700 or 800. I think it was 700. But that was like a birthday collection where JJ collected it, got me some gifts, and then dropped the rest in the Streamlabs. Well, yeah. Okay, so back to the point. What point? Alright, Stevie. Thank you. Thank you very much, too. What are we gonna do now? Then? What happened, bro? Ruin the excitement? Yeah, it is a thing that Kabam did, for sure. Yeah, it looks like Dark Phoenix has a potential to be mega problematic. Okay, so the thing why Omega Days, no, Art of Fire Sale is more significant. Because when it comes to rank up materials, right? Number 1, they always depreciate in value. So you have a feeling that you can kind of catch up. Number 2, ultimately, if you have top, let's say, 60-70 champions ranked up to highest rank possible, compared to somebody who has 200 champions ranked up, it doesn't matter, because you can't do anything with those champions in any place where it matters. You know what I mean? By choosing champions carefully when you're playing Battlegrounds, you can have just about any champion needed at a high rank. When it comes to doing, you know, story content, you don't need the highest ranked champions typically, and so on and so forth. Even when getting prestige, it only counts like 5 champions. So, and they never had anything to do with like those 200 whatever extra rank ups that they get by mega whaling. And the last thing, there always comes new progression level. That kind of resets their advantage, kind of. You know? Because if somebody has 200 rank 3 champions and I have 50 rank 3 champions, but now taking champions to rank 4, you know, they have to start all over again. And if you do want to go kind of hardcore, you can skip those previous ranks and you can focus on the rank 4s and you're still gonna be kind of good. You know, for instance, like the best illustration there is, I have like 60 maxed out 4 stars, for instance. I have like 60 maxed out 5 stars. I have like 60 maxed out 6 stars, and none of that shit matters now. Somebody who started playing the game significantly later, or, you know, became competitive significantly later, doesn't give a shit about how many maxed out 6 stars I have. Right? They just care about the 7 stars. Really. And therefore, I mean, it matters for arena, but who gives a shit about arena as long as you can put up your points, for the most part. So, you know, the fact that somebody has a shit ton of rank up materials, it's obviously an advantage, a big one, but it's possible to overcome. Now, when we're talking about unique champions, true admiration for your friends and loved ones is being truly happy whenever they're happy. I guess, no, I mean, I do agree with that. One of the things that genuinely gives me the biggest amount of fulfillment in life is making people I care about happy. And, you know, helping you guys and, or trying to help you guys and making you guys happy too. But these new exclusive champions, you kind of like, if you don't have them, you're fucked. I do think Heart of Fire sale is kind of very, very difficult one to potentially miss. Does that make sense? Because if it was just like a couple more rank 4s, Mega Whales or something like that, you know, or, and Titan Crystals, just like that, eventually I'd get those champions and eventually I'd rank up them, or enough of them. But if they are the type of champions like from Omega Days event where you either have them or you don't. Except this time, they are significantly more powerful than they were in Omega Days. Don't like Omega Days, those champs. Yeah, well, even Longshot you can kind of do without for the most part. But then, I mean, I like Omega Sentinel, I like Maulman, I like Longshot, you know what I mean? They're not like must-haves. Nick Fury, Tiger, and whatnot are fucking must-have champions. So, it genuinely feels like I'm twisting everybody's hand here. And will come out of all these champions. But, well, time will tell. Katie, do you think you will have time for a call when Heart of Fire goes live? Such as Sigs and champs have to recover in the stream, of course. After the stream, of course, I'll have some time. Yeah. 100% Sith. There you go. Fortunately, get long shot from the Sunstar Wall Intense Crystal. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like, in general, though, they're not made wildly available. There have been a few champions that you could acquire. I think somehow in one of the crystals, somehow, some way, I duped my Omega Sentinel. Because my Omega Sentinel was the only one that was left unduped after that event, and somewhere I duped her. Should we getting more than 3 bans and BGs? If we get more than 3 bans and BGs, there should be bigger decks. Because if you get like 5 bans each, you know, you could potentially leave a deck with only 20 champions remaining for someone, and that means you just about guarantee you see every champion in that deck. Oh yeah, that's kind of the thing. This doesn't feel like Omega Days. Omega Days felt kind of light and easy and breezy and cool and whatnot at the time. This feels quite mandatory. Dark Phoenix pissed me off. Yeah, Dark Phoenix really fucking pissed me off. And the thing is, it didn't have to. Dark Phoenix could kind of annoy me or somewhat piss me off if Kabam didn't do what they did. And I think that's the stupidest thing that they did as well, by the way. Because if they had started this event announcement with the Dark Phoenix and then went to Nick Fury and then explained how it's gonna work, you'd be significantly less pissed off right now, opposed to how they let everybody get hyped and get carried away and encouraged it and teased people only to pull the rug out from under you. I mean, overall Radiance is an idea, I like it. I knew it was going to be mandatory as soon as they announced Nick. Yeah, it pretty much seems like that, man. And again, it was already feeling like mandatory, and now with everything that they did here, it just... it feels like so unnecessary, honestly. It feels like, first of all, bad setup. Bad, like, you know... if we got together and forced to get some spring cleaning deals. Yeah, otherwise I'd be pulling my hair out right now. I'd be probably retiring from competitive play without these champions. I'm serious, like, I don't think I'd have a chance to make it to, like, Celestial or whatnot, Mysterium without these. Because, you know, for a while I had already been feeling like I'm falling behind, and this definitely would have been like a tipping point. And therefore, you can only sympathize with people who are, you know. Yeah, I would definitely get sick of BGs without hard-to-fire champs. Because imagine trying to play someone competitively and you see like rank 4 Tiger and Nick and, you know, fucking Phoenix jumping out at you plus God knows what else, and you're like, oh well, great. The res one. But that's going to be a reality for a shit ton of players who don't have like 30 plus K units now. Well, fam is still going to be a problem because a big fam is also going to be an offensive move. And I mean, there will always be issues and things, obviously nothing's like guaranteed, and eventually you'll probably... First, speaking of eventually, how do you think when and how Kabam is going to let us get Omega Days champions? Also, do you think Kabam is going to reduce Titan Crystal from 3 months to 2? Absolutely not. Dude, Kabam just extended Titan Crystal from 2 months to 3 with a very specific plan in mind for this entire year because of the idol champions, effectively. So I would say you have better chance of getting your local pig to fly than the Titan Crystal going back to 2 months, at least for till end of the year. It's just not happening. Titan Crystal length is going to remain 3 months until the end of the year minimum, if not forever. Morning, afternoon. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Am I the only guy working in this hour? Probably not. The whole Dark Phoenix thing, genuinely, it feels so unnecessarily stupid. Again, they could have made this better in 2 simple ways. They could have made this better in 2 simple ways. Number 1, let people know about Dark Phoenix beforehand. Avoid avoid speculating. Avoid the speculation, because that's like one of the most painful things. Everybody was effectively already tasting that Hulkling in their mouth. Oh wait, that sounded out wrong. Everybody was expecting Hulkling to come. Oh wait, that sounds even worse. People had a certain set of expectations in regards of Hulkling. Or CJ. And they just didn't come to reality. So it already feels like you kind of got slighted, borderline. So making Dark Phoenix a thing out of nowhere, and then making her top 3 prestige and a must-have defend, like the worst combination there. I don't know yet about Jean Grey. Haven't seen her used that much, but very few people have her yet. I've seen people. I mean, to be fair, I have 140,000 Titan shards saved off. But again, yeah. Oh yeah. Dark Phoenix is top 3 prestige, I believe. She is below Onslaught and idont, above Shatter and Surfer. Some of that. That makes sense? Oh, come on, you slow one. That's mad. That is, yeah, that's quite mad. But yeah, top 3 prestige. Next one reveal. Not really sure if I want to save it or not. I mean, I would save it. To be honest, Dark Phoenix doesn't change the fact that you are going to have either CGI or Hulkling as a cosmic or whatever added. That's true. I mean, like that's exactly the change. We could have had a fun pew pew, instead we got our fucking bitch again. You know what I mean? There is, from our perspective, from my perspective, from my enjoyment of the game, there's a massive difference whether we're getting an OP attacker or a bitch ass defender that's gonna make me cuss everybody out. Right? Because here's gonna be the thing. If I'm gonna have a highly ranked Dark Phoenix, I sure as shit I'm not going to ban her. My opponent is gonna have Dark Phoenix, he's probably not gonna ban her half the time. So we're gonna end up in a situation where people with Dark Phoenix are gonna be the ones more likely to have to fight Dark Phoenix. Don't you think? And yeah, I also do think that they're going overboard with the insane defenders. Because even like the dual purpose champions are like fucking annoying defenders. Like, you know, Black Panther Civil War, he's annoying. But then you have like Sentinels and Zolas and yeah. Thanos is broken, attacker and defender too. Can we do something? Gonna be a massive Dangerous opening? Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. Because, you know, it's still like a month plus and we're still gonna end some cut. So I expect like 10 Titan crystals for sure to open. Knowing me, it's probably gonna be like a very rage-inducing opening. I mean, yeah, I agree. Aside from BGs, Thanos isn't like that bad. In BGs, what makes him so bad is like the time element, you feel like. And yeah, the best chance being sold for money is also bit precedent. Because, you know, before that, at least it wasn't always the case. You know what I mean? Because the champions, the trophy champions, are like fucking, you know, Thanos and Kang shit. Like, nobody cares about those. And when they were releasing stuff like Starhand Spider-Man, it was in the Korean challenges. And you could get that. So much, you know? Oof. Sorry to hear that, man. But yeah, man, ultimately, though, there are good things in this announcement. Again, like the Radiance. I do think Radiance offers insane amount of rewards buff, especially to AQ. I think AQ rewards going from not even a full tier 6 CC to effectively giving you dozens of tier 6 CC or tier 4 elves and shit like that is massive. So I think AQ rewards just got a massive one. Well, it's the protection and the unstoppables. The fact that just about with none of the champions you can be mega aggressive against him. The protection slows you down and the unstoppable slows you down too. Speaking of unstoppable, how fucking nasty is for Kabam to put unstoppable on Dark Phoenix's level 1. Back review. Oh yeah, I feel absolutely horrible for free play players that bought the 9.2 deal. That is true. And we just Dark Phoenix, you're not gonna be able to silk lock her. Or even if you can silk lock her, then what's the best way to put it? Still gonna take damage. Did Kabam know they were gonna mess up with these new sensors? What do you mean? At least she's not heal block immune? Well, yeah, true. Man, there are a lot of people very unhappy at the moment with Kabam, and there are a lot of people in the forums defending Kabam right now. I saw the comments, and some comments on my videos, even when I even when I didn't make an explicitly negative video, I still got shit to hear. I'm at 14 Titans and 4 next right now, and Zola is only trying to make me consider open even one. I mean, yeah, I really want Zola too, man. But there are more champions. I want to be gentle for this season. It's not gonna happen. Gentle is gonna be crazy good, and he's like quite clutch defender these days too, and he's gonna be good for stunning reflection stuff. I want Zola, of course I want Zola. Who else I want? Okoye, I desperately want Okoye. Immune to AR? No, but if her buffs fail due to ability accuracy, she will inflict passives instead, so... But yeah, Sith. Iceman might be the new hot thing. He's no flame immune. He's not cold snap immune. No neutralize. Atrophy kind of works, Fate Seal works, and buff immunity works. Nullify, stagger, neutralize does not. We?
My teacher said, boy, you're a disgrace.
I mean, to be honest, that's like well, if you feel like you do not, well, I mean that's one thing, but still being forced out of a game mode can't feel great. Like you might not need the game mode to progress, but for instance, I don't know about you, for me, like Battlegrounds is by far the most interesting thing in the game. Spiral doesn't counter her. Actually, that's a good question. Whether Spiral would counter her. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. You want to go for the 1 to 3 blah blah if you have the units? I mean, it depends how many units you have, but it could be. And then, to me, again, this feels like one of the pivotal events of the game. Because with rank up resources, I explained it before. I always felt like if I have less rank 3s than somebody else, at the end of a period of time, it will not matter much. Because the fact that Yusafa has 250 rank 3s and I have 50, it doesn't matter too much when we're playing, because most of the champions I will have at rank 3 eventually. And, you know, he can't bring all of them in his deck. And after every year, one progression level effectively gets nullified. When 300, you know, when the rank 3s graduate to rank 4s, I really don't give a shit about how many rank 3s he have. I care about how many rank 4s he have. You know what I mean? So whenever it comes to rank up materials, they always get cheaper, they always get easier to access, they effectively reset your progress in a year, and you can catch up easier than you can pull away from somebody. You know what it means? It means, you know, everybody who gets the initial materials pay is extra. Or ultimately put, if you want more rank 4s than somebody else, right now, for instance, you would have to have been paying like thousands for a rank 4. By end of the year, you will get rank 4s for like $50 or $100 or something like that. Because the price goes drastically. So if I spend 1,000 at end of the year, opposed to you spending 10,000 at the beginning of the year, I might end up with more rank 4s as long as you don't spend through everything. You know what I mean? So there's always that a bit of ease in the head that if you miss out on some rank up materials, like fine, so be it. You can always get more, they get cheaper, eventually you can catch up, all that other stuff. You can't do that with the champions that you don't have and you can't get. Like, if you didn't get the Omega Days champions last year, you just don't have them. And when they are insanely good for specific things, there's nothing you can do about it. Because you can't hunt for them. You know, you can't spin crystals, you can't target them in nexuses, you can't pick them out from selected. There's absolutely nothing you can do to get the champions that you do not have if they're not in the crystals. Which is one of the reasons why, for instance, not having Mr. Sinister always felt extremely bitter to me, because I never had any chance of getting the dupe. Not having Mr. Sinister duped. Never had a chance of getting him duped, because I could not pull him from anything. And it feels shit. And now imagine that with Nick Fury, Tiger, Fam, and shit like that. And let's say, you know, for the... Not to be a dick, but let's say I have all of those champions. And for the next year or two, up until such time when you eventually somehow possibly can get those champions, whenever a new challenge comes out, in every video I'm gonna be like, just use your Tiger for this boss. And you're gonna be sitting there and you're gonna be thinking, I would if I had one, but I don't even have a chance to acquire it. And I'm gonna say, like, okay, the best defender this meta, obviously an auto-ban, that's the Dark Phoenix. And every time you're gonna play Battlegrounds, you're gonna have to fucking ban that champion, or you know you're gonna lose around. Like, for instance. So, I am much rather fighting, you know, a rank 4 champion with a rank 3 champion, rather than dealing with 7-star rank 4 Nick Fury without, like, you know, you get where I'm coming from?
From the underground came to the store. And I just got
Thanos is down, or deal completed 4 champs on team. But OG Spidey as a best. What did you try to use the OG Spidey for? Yeah, ward against Unation. That brings my all units to 91. Congrats, man. So while rank materials are obviously always important, I do feel like acquiring rare and great champions is more important. What do you guys think? Of course skills matter. You can't at all say that skills do not matter when, for instance, last season the 3 players that won Battlegrounds are not even like top 5 or 10,000 biggest accounts in the game type situation. Neither one of Bero, Trappy, or any of those guys have big accounts, and they easily smashed the season. Skills obviously do matter. The real question is for how much longer and how much, you know. Mythic Gem, Sith Supreme, or Jugs? Neither one. If skills wouldn't matter, then every match would basically be random. Gambit do man thing Sable. Take Sable. Sable is kind of legit now. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Sable, but Sable is definitely, at the very least, decent now. There are some people who absolutely love their Sables. That sounded wrong somehow. That's why most of these champions are for defense. They don't like Tiger. In reality, Nick is kind of a dual threat champion. Often. People underestimate him as an offensive option. And so is Fam, definitely, as well. iBomb is more of an attacker than a defender. In my opinion. And nobody gives a shit about Eivor. Honestly, the champions are more important than the resources. Oh, there you go. I think both are obviously important, but yeah, champion acquisition is crazy important still, especially if you know those champions are, you know, up there. A terrible MBG, and I get to know this. You get to know what? Check this out. I have been practicing a little bit with Lumidix. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here for now. Let's claim all the units that we can. How much we're gonna get to? We need all of them. Business. 6-star Clay has been putting in work for me. I want to see her damage after the wishes change though. Because at the moment, the fact that 6-star Okoye nukes down a rank 3 bullseye in a single level 2 is fucking nuts. Don't you guys think? Onslaught? What do you mean by terrible? You mean defensively or on attack? I mean terrible. Because on attack he's, I mean, I use my rank 4 and he's still okay. When is the Radiance coming to PB? You want to see the Radiance dates? Radiance is coming to a W within the next season. And to Alliance Quest and Alliance Raids in June. Something like that. Black Widow allergic against Photon GC 100% 30 seconds. I don't think so. I do not think so. Stuck on Vibranium 4 for the past 2 days. Why? Who is giving you the most trouble? And also, keep in mind, Vasi, that every passing... Oh, but you... In order to get unstuck, try and do the best you can here. In order to get unstuck, Doggo was doing amazing in victory track, shit in GC. I took him out. Inner peace. You need to figure out which champions are giving you the most trouble and adjust your deck. Number one thing is figure out which champions you never draft. They are dead weight. Even if in theory they make sense. Number two, figure out which champions typically cause you to lose the match. Or what it is that causes you to lose the match. And then you try to make adjustments. That's how I can build it. If I defend, not too much. Enchantress is still a bitch ass defender and duped. A dupe is not all that needed. Why is he doing bad? Oh, it's really simple, because previously in victory track, you could effectively get to your level 2. Get to 2+ bars of power. Go for a full combo, drop your level 2, be unstoppable and blockable afterwards. Go for another full combo, activate Striker, steal all of their power and immediately drop another level 2 and effectively nuke down anybody almost instantly. In Gladiator Circuit, you can't do that, and you often end up being pushed to red because when you reach 2 bars of power, opponent goes indestructible for some seconds. So, before you activate your first special 2, you need to wait it out. MD can push you to 3 bars of power. Even if it doesn't, going for a nuke will disable your ability to activate another level 2 quickly. Thus, you need to start baiting out special attacks instead of nuking, and you always risk up going red yourself, and it's just not good time. You know, it's not practical at that point anymore. You get me? I don't know who are the best counters to who. Self-made boss, come a long way from 100 views on the vlog. Did it off my own back, had no guidance. 1 foot in the game, 1 foot in the trap house. Headed for the charts, you thought that I'd do this chilling in a Enchantress? Oh, Silk. I like Photon. like jugs against her. That's gonna be a good counter, depending which matters. Spider-Hammed as well. Titania can do okay. Yeah, most champions can do enchanters as long as you know the fighting mechanics. But it's also often very RNG dependent. And spell maybe. I don't know. Chels fine? Yeah, Chels is okay against enchanters too. There are quite a few champions that kind of seem like they should work very good in GC and they don't. Like Kushala is fairly shit. You can't use Kushala against Serpent. I don't think I have seen one good Kushala Serpent fight in GC. She never thought she'd see me on TV, same as my friends that I knew from when I was 18. Real UK brother, now that you'll rate me. Said it from the start, now you get it, it's the same me. Done what they can't do, said what they can't say, spent what they can't spend, made what they can't make. Gotta stay natty, ain't no other option. Gonna get swole like I'm straight out of Compton. Oh, whoopsies. Oh, whatever, fucking just die. I was getting it in so badly. No. Kushala is also borderline usable. Chavez with small MD can handle Serpent fine, but it's also not the easiest fight. Shatra is by far and away the best counter to Serpent in this meta. Purgatory is a good counter to Serpent, and Icewind should be quite decent too. Those are kind of the main ones. Spiral doesn't work for Serpent either. Wolf is fairly shit. Kushala doesn't work. Agent Venom is definitely one of those champions I'd love to see as 7-side at some point. Maybe with a slide to another. Weekend should work, yeah. Weekend should be good. If you have ranked up weekend. What's up, LKMCC? Well, you up early or late? I am up late. Serpent is an absolute autoban for me. Yeah, well, I have a rank 4 of my own. I can't exactly go on it on banning him. Agent Venom could use a buff, I agree. Oh, these cancer spideys. Oh, you dingleberry. Really now? What a dingleberry. Okay. I'm telling you, he's a cancer spidey. Thanks for the visit. What can free-to-play players expect from the July deals? I'm nearing 2k units and I don't think I'll make enough units for you. What can you expect? It can vary drastically, but for small amount of units, I don't really think you're gonna get all that much. I mean, like, my advice is try and accumulate as many units as you can, but to be blunt, I don't think you ain't getting shit with anything less than like 15k units worth. Okay, I think you're gonna get something for like 10k units, but... The 6 champions in half event, which one do you plan using 3 to 4 Jamont? I don't know. Possibly Phoenix. Phoenix makes more sense. We'll see. If it's not that, I definitely want it to be Nick Fury. I like Nick Fury most as a champion. I like Tigra. Tigra's cool. But if I rank 4 Tigra, she's gonna be permabanned. Was never that big of... I mean, I like fan, but not to the level of like Tigra and Nick Fury. This was a risky situation. I'm not speaking with my alliance, but it could be Dark Phoenix. Is the crystal just random so I can farm Nick Furies and 5 crystals? The crystal will be random, but there will be a selector as well. Got you did, bitch. Yeah, well, I am not happy with it either, Sebastian. What are we gonna do about it? But I'm gonna tell you what you can do. You can hit that like button, you can hit that sub button, you can hit all the crazy good buttons. Right. Not customized the new OP defender. It looks like it. So I was definitely showing a lot of love to Cosmic Class. Hello, my recliner. We go over. That's shit. Oh, come on, dude. You can do better than that, OG. You can do better than that, Cayman. Realize they gave us Ice Queen for free just for her not to be great for the most recent Cosmic Defenders. Aye. To be fair, Ice Queen ain't great for shit. You know something crazy? You want to hear something crazy? Okay, this is a shit matchup choice. Made it past 36k. Yeah, well, I didn't. Well, that's bad. I'm not gonna tell you the crazy thing. Okay, fine. White Mommy has a rank 4 Isophene. Yeah, Yelena looks like she could be a defender too, yeah. Well, to be fair, skills just got Okoye. We don't know how good Yelena is gonna be, but Nick Fury is gonna be a big deal, so. Nick Fury, fam. Well, fair enough, Sebastian. Yeah, the whole alliance worth shit still feels to me like, why would you do that?
She's a big twerker, a little big birther. Good Lord, that thing's working.
Dude.
On God, baby, have mercy.
I mean, do that.
I don't play when I'm doing it. Man, I'm bad to the bone when I'm doing it. And it's peak when I'm doing it.
Oh, come on, fuck off.
If you knew what I did with it. If you knew what I did to it.
I mean, it kind of works, huh?
On the back seat, never in the flat. If you knew what I did with it. If you knew what I did to it.
What did you do? I was finally lucky. Oh yeah, no, AW is gone. Gone, you know. There is no more AW for next season. Allegedly, it's gonna be back the season after. But next season, there is no AW. And I'm not joking, by the way. AW is gone. Reduced to atoms. You think I'm joking? I'm not. W is gone, reduced to dust. Okay, so okay, fine. Fine. You wanna know what happened to a W? What's the best way? You know how we have AQ raids? Yeah? Well, now we have AW raids. Kind of. Does that make sense? So, next AW season, instead of playing a regular Alliance War map, you will place one defender, so 10 defenders per battle group, and you will do exactly one fight in Alliance War attack. That fight will have 12,000% health boost, and you will gain a roll force charges or something like that improve your damage. That's gonna be it. Your entire war is going to be one fight for each member. You can do one fight, member only, and that's it. Yeah. So every 2 days you will do one long fight instead of doing Alliance War. So when I said AW is gone, thrown in the bin, reduced atoms, I kind of meant it. But at the very least, you will not recognize it as AW. So, instead of AW, you get Raid Wars for one season. Well, we'll see, Shredder, we'll see. What after this game for today? Yeah, well, I don't fucking know. Like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, that's the only thing I want to ask you. Like, what do you want from me? What do you want me to tell you? I don't fucking know why they did what. I might lose this. What do you think about them Raid Wars? I spoke about them at the beginning of the stream, but the base idea is I think they might be decent to good to the people who do not play Alliance War currently. I personally hate the idea. I mean, hate is a strong word, but I'd find it unnecessary. I kind of like Alliance Wars. I'm willing to give them a chance, but It feels shit. It feels wrong. To me. I do think, again, there will be people who do not care about Alliance War right now might try them and might like them. People who like Alliance War right now and push Alliance War right now and play, you know, their best in the Alliance War right now will probably not be a big fan of this entire thing. I also think they implemented it wrong. I think they could have implemented it significantly better.
Remember when I got chased by the ballies? Oh my god, them man were fast.
Yeah.
We stepped out bareback like no gal, we went out raw. We were only little kids on a block, but it was fun and games. We was at war. I remember the days, the childhood days was one of the best times of my life. All of my friends and me, we were brothers.
Fine.
My family, my brothers, we were young and dumb, we didn't have no stress. It was all banter and jokes. They asked me why I always laugh when I rap, standing on the block with my crew. One of the best times of my life. We were brothers, my brothers, we were young and dumb, full of fun, on the run.
Build up that energy.
Them gal want hug, gave her a hug, now she want lips, gave her a kiss, now she want rub, but I can't give her no rub. Oh my god, she don't even know what a rub is. She thinks a rub is robbing, and I don't even know what a rub is. I'm still trying to figure out what it is. We used to go out and play in the rain. We go home and we still be
fuck off Zola, man.
wet when I go outside, and the gal them say that I lie. I tell them that they weren't there when I was young, so they won't know what it's like. But back in the day it was different. Back in the day it was nice. One of the best times of my life. We were brothers, my brothers, we were young and dumb, full of fun, on the run.
Fuck over pensioners, Zola.
We used to go out and play in the rain. We go home and we still be dry. Now I get wet when I go.
I'm going for that things. If I can. Still doesn't make much sense for 2 players. Good concept to top end, good. Yeah, exactly. Like for competitive players, I think it's a shit change. Like here's the thing. If you like AW right now, this is shit for you. If you hate AW right now or don't give a shit about it, you probably like it. It's effectively what they're trying to do with AW, what they did with raids. The problem difference here is that everybody hated AQ because it was super repetitive, it was incredibly boring, and even the top AQ alliances hated AQ. Because, you know, it's just boring and shit. The difference is top AW alliances love and care about AW. But yeah, it doesn't feel fucking right. Don't you guys think? Punish. Well, to be fair, Onslaught's not that rough of a defender in most cases. Like, Onslaught can be done with shit ton of champions. Like random Titania's nuke Onslaughts and shit, you know? That's why I think Onslaught's not getting punished like other top defenders. And you know, you do have like your Bastions and your whatnot that are designed to kill Onslaught. I guess it's about time I'll go to bed.
Teacher said, boy, you're a disgrace. On parents' evening, couldn't show my face. In assembly, was never there, I was late. On report, wasn't bothered, didn't change. I was on a trip, just dreaming. I was on a trip.
I mean, I have been playing AW in like forever, and right now I do think AW is in a fairly good place, so I don't know why they did it. AW rewards always got updated most frequent, so rewards were like the best among the 3 game modes for a while now, and there was a brand new map that people are getting used to, so it just kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm just thinking to myself, why the fuck would they do that now with everything happening?
Then the teachers told me it's not a race. Then I switched up gears, now they look amazed. I was on a trip, just dreaming. 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 First day, teacher told me to sit. Told me don't chat, don't say shit.
I'm gonna talk about if it's working, you lose load. Very much. Well, no, from Kebab's perspective, AW is not necessarily working, and here's like the big thing and difference here, because from Kebab's perspective, AW is incredibly niche game mode where, again, there are like 50, 100 alliances who play it, and vast majority of the people in this game do not play AW, do not bother with it, do not try in it. And Kebab obviously wants to increase the amount of people participating in AW. And that's kind of their main goal. And this might help them get more players in AW, in the door, you know, one way or another. But I bet that's their thinking here. And Reds is the way. And I'm not saying it is the way. I'm not trying to defend here, Kebab. And again, I do think that a Q and AW situations was vastly different, so I do not think they should have just kind of like done rinse and repeat here on them. In fact, I think they introduced this entire thing incredibly wrong. But, you know, I think that is their thought process. And at the end of the day, you know, I have always said that I want Kebab to try out more new things and different, and to try and keep things fresh and stuff. So, despite my gut feeling, I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and try it out. Maybe it is better. Maybe it is like a nice break time from the stress of a W season whilst not missing out on the rewards. Maybe it is better for the planners. Stuff like that. Maybe it works out. I don't think it was a wise idea. I don't think it is a boat that needed rocking. I don't think that they're doing it in the best way they could. But again, I can't be saying that I want them to try out new things and then hate on every new thing that I have to try out. That doesn't mean I'm gonna love it, but again, I'm willing to give it a go. I get everybody who is complaining about it. 100%. You know, my initial instinct is, at the very least, worry and disappointment. You know what I mean? Because I think it's like, why? Like, I don't care, you know, to learn an entire new thing, read all the new notes. Like, I'm unsure whether I'll maintain the ability to get the same placement with this new shit, for instance. There are a lot of worries, there are a lot of, you know, annoying things about all of this. But maybe it's good. You don't know. I mean, realistically, it won't be good, but maybe it's good. Try and make sense of it. This will be, yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like the most thought out thing in the world. Neither did this whole Phoenix thing, by the way. Another thing that seems very stupid with the Dark Phoenix is they effectively killed the excitement for Phoenix. Like, cause now we're gonna have like the poor people Phoenix and the good one. Like, why would you do that immediately? I get if you do that in like a month or two, once you have actually like... It makes very little sense. It genuinely does. What the fuck?
Ben and Jerry's alone. Head to the shop, walk in the Tesco, got a basket. Then go way to the freezer, 3 times 3. Yeah, I got the re-up.
But yeah, that is the thing. Like I always, I have always tried to encourage Kabam to do more new things. So can't really be super pissed off when they do. But God, I hope they are fucking good. Most don't play AW because most aren't in top excellence and therefore the rewards aren't helpful. I mean, yeah, I completely agree with that. And not to mention that the W is quite dreadful. Imagine if you're like fairly mid-level commitment player or just not the most skilled. And then you see a warm-up filled with like, you know, enchantresses and phoenixes and shit like that. That also must make it feel even more alien. As in, like, that should feel very overwhelming. Party Phoenix ain't even out and it's already for exactly. It's like now we're gonna have the bitch defender Chad Whale Phoenix, and there's gonna be the poor people Phoenix.
It's heartbreak season. The heartbreak kid got me deep in the water like a mermaid is. She must have been preying how much I spent. It's always the girls with the perky tits.
God, I want Kingpin as Sansa. Some Google Pixels. Here you go, the center and wide wife. Yeah. Kinda. I want to get my 7-star arcade duped at some point. The follow. Literally Phoenix and the cooler Phoenix. That it is, yes. I had forgotten about this energy. That's a great synergy, by the way. Dark Phoenix is top 3 prestige, the third one. Onslaught is first, Doom second, Dark Phoenix is third. I feel like we should have gotten Cosmic Heartfire. I completely agree with that. It feels that it kind of feels incomplete. That crystal immediately feels defective to me. Please. He's got something solo, but I don't think so. That honestly, I can't really determine. Either Phoenix's damage is good or it's very, very shit. I don't know yet. Yeah, they could have added Hulkling and keep that Dark Phoenix as final milestone, and that wouldn't, you know, people would be okay with that. It's again complete mismanagement of people's expectations and what people want and what they are hyped for, type thing. Exactly, Kabam's just ruining this. Like, they are clutching L's in the jaws of W's, is what they're doing. They had like such a W event here. Everybody was looking forward to it. Everybody was hyped. Nope. Look at that. I'm getting some more units here, lads. Slowly but surely. We are at
ADHD too hyperactive, only talk to me about action. Before I met the plug, I was doing mad shit.
3880.
Before I met the plug, I was doing mad shit. Now I'm flying across the globe on some real rap shit. ADHD too hyperactive, only talk to me about action. Before I met the plug, I was doing mad shit. Before I met the plug, I was doing mad shit.
Come on, units.
Now I'm flying across the globe on some real
15, that's something, I'll take it. Come on, more units. 45, nice. Come on, units. I'll take it. Come on, another 15. Sweet. Every batch had at least a little bit of units. I'm sure you'll better this unit, probably. I mean, that's what I'm grinding for. Ooh, a flat track. More units. Did you see that? We have Paragon crystals to open. Which Call of Champs I'm most excited for? Nick Fury, probably. Tiger and Nick Fury. Big stones. 34,000 units now. I'm gonna get. We'll see, Black Hole. Maybe you get something good. You never know. Come on, a 7-star Prowler, dude. That'd be epic. Anybody ever get 7 stars from these? I don't remember getting one in a really long time. Stop, Hansi. How are you doing? Catching me before bed. Mutant or science? Mutant says. Dude, red color unawake bullseye at rank 3. Well, make me go to bed. What you gonna do? Okay, I would rank a bullseye first, I think. Oh, we get some more units. But yeah, I am up way too late. I need to go to bed. But I refuse to, because Heinz is here. I will tell Heinz. You're not my dad.
Mom stressed cause I ain't ate a full meal in 3 weeks. Still gassing up the trap house and that 3-bed, 3-bath. I don't see sleep. Didn't know labels, didn't know deal. They can never have a grip on a boy, can't play me. Young Joe Rogan, young Mo Hogan. I don't touch Psalms. The work rate's different, I don't touch halves. I've never been soft. Being on my job, the man will come up off me, but I'm on the next job. I do my own thing, I'm on my own path. The brothers moving weight, I don't need to take Psalms. No matter how you see it, I'm a self-made boss. Come a long way from 100 views on the vlogs. Did it off my own back, had no guidance. 1 foot in the game, 1 foot in the trap house. Headed for the charts, you thought that I'd do this, chilling in a penthouse.
But here we are. We got all the milestones, everything's completed. We can give the mutant 6 stone too. I need 6 stones so badly, man. What is that mutant 6 stone? 167. I am your father. Nope. Nope. Hey. If you did that, how would I do swipey thing? $125? Nice. Good job, man. Haven't played BGs today. Whoa, I didn't play BGs today. Yeah, I'll play them tomorrow morning. I'm at 191 now. Exactly what you say on thumb sleeves. True. Because it's not like shoes. You wouldn't say on shoes, you'd still have to buy the pair, right? But the thumb sleeves, doesn't care which thumb is left or right. Though they cost like $2 a pair or less than that. Anyways, I have to go to bed, guys, I think. I need to catch some. Oh yeah. I shall see you guys tomorrow morning. Huge thank you to Steve. And I wish you guys all the best. Process all the events of today at your own leisure. Calm down. Think it through with a rational head. And then mail your excrement to Kabam headquarters. And maybe that'll make you feel better. Bye. Hello there.